Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so get this. Did you know that just a tiny 1% tweak in your pricing can actually boost an organization's operating profits by over 10% on average? I know, it sounds crazy, but it's true. Yet so many companies just leave that money sitting on the table because, well, they treat pricing like a giant guessing game. So today, we're taking a highly focused, super engaging deep dive into a real game changer from our core text, strategic price forecasting and market resilience. We're going to unpack exactly how looking ahead, specifically with your pricing, builds this incredible market resilience for any organization. We've got some brief but incredibly dense material to get through, but I promise, by the end of this, you're going to have a crystal clear understanding of the whole shebang. So let's get right into it. We'll be framing everything today through a very specific, targeted module from our text, MKT0018. Now, don't just think of MKT0018 as some boring course code. It's actually a deliberate step-by-step journey from total novice to master strategist. You'll notice the text constantly refers to the person taking this module as the candidate. And I love that word, right? Because it implies someone who's an active participant, someone who's stepping up to be systematically equipped with the exact skills needed to read market signals and build bulletproof pricing architectures. Every single step we cover today is a deliberate piece of that skill-building framework.
So let me ask you, do you face pricing challenges? Let's just pause on that word for a second. Does challenge perfectly describe how you or your organization feels when trying to figure out future prices? You know, it's a super common way to feel, but honestly, it implies a completely reactive posture. It's that awful feeling that the market is pulling all the strings, inflation is unpredictably jacking up your costs, and you're just running on a treadmill trying to keep up. The source text actually calls out this exact pain point right out of the gate.
But then, we get this absolutely incredible pivot. The text literally says, no, it is the pricing strategy that works. Bam! Just like that, it abruptly forces a complete mindset shift. We are emphatically rejecting the idea that these challenges are insurmountable. Instead, we're demanding a pivot to a strategy that actually works, one that relies on hard data, competitive intel, and predictive foresight. We're talking about ditching the gut feelings, guys. It's all about using rigorous data analysis to proactively set prices that capture maximum value, even when market conditions are violently fluctuating.
When you really look at the two side by side, that old reactive mindset just leaves you drowning in pricing challenges, constantly putting out fires and scrambling to protect your margins. But when you shift to an empowered, deliberate strategy, it completely flips the dynamic. The whole goal of the training session we're unpacking today is to take the candidate permanently from simply reacting to the market to actually commanding it. Because let's face it, you simply cannot succeed in forecasting if you're stuck in a reactive loop. You've got to step into the role of executing a proven, forward-looking strategy.
Which brings us back to our core theme from the text, strategic price forecasting and market resilience. Now, why are these concepts basically joined at the hip? Well, according to the framework we're exploring, resilience isn't just about crossing your fingers and surviving a rough economic quarter. No way. It is the direct result of looking ahead strategically. When you use accurate forecasts to anticipate a cost spike or a shift in demand, you're essentially building a fortress around your organization. And that fortress is made out of tangible things, right? Protected profit margins, optimized inventory turnover, and the ability to confidently communicate price adjustments to your customers before panic sets in. That foresight generates true market resilience.
To actually achieve that resilience, we really need to define our core topic, price forecasting. But remember, we're defining this strictly through the lens of the MKT0018 strategy. This is absolutely not about generic guessing about future costs. A structured, strategic approach means you're systematically analyzing historical pricing trends, you're mapping out competitor elasticity, and you're modeling various economic scenarios to find that exact optimal price point for any given future date. And to really master these mechanics, our source text breaks the learning journey down into a few distinct, necessary steps. Let's see exactly how this module is put together.
Phase 1 of the module, appreciating the essence.
As the text points out, this is where the candidate really starts to appreciate the essence of price forecasting. Look, before you can execute anything, you have to master the theoretical core. To appreciate the essence means the candidate literally has to internalize these core principles deeply before they even think about touching a spreadsheet. So what are those actual principles? Well, it's truly understanding the fundamental difference between cost-plus and value-based pricing. It's grasping exactly how your customers' perceived value shifts over time. It's setting rock-solid cost floors to protect your baseline profitability when things go south. Ultimately, it's about internalizing the deep-rooted mechanics of your market-specific demand curves. This theoretical foundation, absolutely non-negotiable. Moving right along to Phase 2, the practical training session. All right, so once that essence is fully appreciated, the narrative energy completely shifts toward concrete application. We're moving out of the abstract foundational theory of Phase 1 and stepping right into the hands-on environment of Phase 2. Step 1 naturally feeds right into Step 2. Like I said, you cannot just skip to the application part without that massive mindset shift and the theoretical grounding. It's a very deliberate, guided evolution from understanding the underlying market dynamics to actually applying them in real-world scenarios.
The text makes it a point to state that the candidate will experience the session on performing price forecasting. And I really want to emphasize that active verb, performing. You aren't just sitting in the back of a room passively listening to a lecture anymore. In this training session, the candidate is expected to actively execute. You're taking that theoretical essence and you're using it to build quantitative pricing models. You're projecting market shifts based on current data, and you're making those tangible, sometimes really tough pricing decisions that ultimately build that market resilience. You are actively performing the strategy.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought derived straight from that incredible pivot in our source text. Are you ready to finally move past this mindset of challenges and truly experience the essence of strategic price forecasting? I mean, we've just seen exactly how MPT 0018 is structured to take you from a place of hesitation all the way to a place of empowered, practical performance. But it all starts with flat out rejecting the challenges, embracing the data-driven strategy that actually works, and deeply appreciating those underlying market mechanics. I really hope the structured breakdown clarified the journey ahead and left you completely energized to tackle your own strategy. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep that strategic focus sharp.